Morning, Sam.
Hey, Mom.
Are you done?
Yeah, I just finished practice.
Your showcase has been cancelled.
They canceled it? But how will they see me play?
We saw your video and loved it. Welcome to the team.
Athletes train to persevere. Success can still be achieved even when the odds are against you. I use media to reach success. Fight for your dreams. You've got this.
Morning, Sam.
Hey, Mom.
Are you done?
Yeah, I just finished practice.
Your showcase has been cancelled.
They canceled it? But how will they see me play?
We saw your video and loved it. Welcome to the team.
Athletes train to persevere. Success can still be achieved even when the odds are against you. I use media to reach success. Fight for your dreams. You've got this.
It's been an amazing season, so we thank you all. The team would like to extend a huge shout out to all of our families, friends, sponsors, and fans. Your support makes our team better on and off the floor, and thank you so much for all of your efforts as well. A special congratulations to all the players named to the All-Star team, especially our players, Maddie Dyer, Maddie Hamilton, Abby Hamilton, Brenna Hovey, Cadence Haas, Benta Van Bilson, Sophia Mullen, Holly James, and Kayla Martin. Congratulations to all of you and all the players. And just one last announcement, we would absolutely be remiss if we didn't thank our online play-by-play voice, Larry McVicker. We cannot thank Larry enough for his dedication to the team and his passion for bringing a true personality to our online streams. If you haven't heard Larry call one of our games, please take the time to view one of our 2024 games up on Maritime Athletic Profiles and appreciate his incredible skills. Thank you very much, Larry. Before the opening face-off, the Wolves Lacrosse Association will honor the Creators game by presenting the acknowledgement of Mi'kmaq territory and the Mi'kmaq honor song. Please, if you're able, rise and take off your headgear and direct your attention to the flags at the entrance end of the arena for the presentation of the acknowledgement and the honor song.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Prior to the singing of our national anthem, the ECJLL would like to acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Acknowledging that we are in Mi'kmaq, the traditional ancestral territory of the Mi'kmaq people, is a way of showing respect for and honoring our shared history and shared treaty relationship. Our relationship based on peace and friendship. It is very important that we continue to recognize our shared history.
Please, if you're able, remain standing for the presentation of O Canada.
back to the den, everybody, as it's Game 4 of the Junior A Female Lacrosse Finals for the ECJLL. As the Halifax is leading 2-1. It's do or die tonight for our Wolves. I'm joined by Brendan. Back again for the Colors.
Larry, it's great to be here. Thanks for inviting me. For anybody who didn't see the start of it, Larry got a nice shout out for all his play-by-play that he's done this season for the Wolves. Congratulations, Larry. It's definitely added to the game so far, and I've got to watch a few of them. You've done an unbelievable job, so thank you for all of that.
Well, thanks, Brendan. I always say is I hope it was as much fun watching it as I had bring it. So let's bring this one on as we get started here tonight. As what do the Wolves need to do to get back in this series and send it to 5?
You know, I think the Wolves tonight just need to have a little bit of a quicker pace. They started to slow the ball down a little bit in Game 2 and allowed the Halifax to set up and get some shots. That quicker pace with the shorter bench, I think, is really going to push them. I think being at home, they need to have that leadership from their captain out there and making sure everybody's calm and even-keeled the whole game. They were a little up and down, so be great to see it. Now, it's going to be a bit of a tough one tonight. They got both Maddies out of the lineup. Maddie Dwyer and Maddie Hamilton are unavailable tonight, but they have some replacements in looking to earn their spot, so that energy will be bringing a force forward tonight.
Yeah, here we go, and I'll be remiss to say that thanks to the folks from Maritime Athletic Profiles for streaming this on YouTube. That's where you're watching it, and it wouldn't be possible without our sponsors of McLeod, Lorway Insurance, and Next Level U Recruiting, who have sponsored our streaming for the entire season, and this will be our last home game of the season. But I want to thank our sponsors, and thanks to the great professional staff here who have done such a great job with all these camera angles.
Last home game, but hoping not the last game, right, Larry?
The last game, not one bit. As here we go. Cormier versus Hamilton at the center as we get set to go. Ball comes up, Cormier gets it. Hamilton chops it free. Davis brings it in for Halifax. Coffin watching her, gets it. Davis in with a shot, and Martin makes that first save of the game, all important. That's a
great start by Martin, getting the first save in there after a rough third period last game. It's nice for her to get a great start off there.
Wolves coming back out down the floor, bringing on the offense. That misses the target is James, and Cormier coming right back.
As you just said, Cormier's back in the lineup tonight, but Samantha Taylor's out of the lineup for the Hurricanes, so 1 in, 1 out.
James lays on the body. Davis picks it up from behind the net for Halifax. Davis from behind the net looking for someone out front. Just off McGilvery's stick as Allison reaching for it. Loose puck picked up by James. James coming back down for the floor for the Wolves. Slows it down for the offense. Pass across just over Hovey's head. She'll take it off the boards though. Hovey. Back up top to Mullen. Mullen in with the hard shot. And Nagel makes her first save too.
Nice shot from the outside, get everything moving. East to west passing. Now you got to keep Nagel moving this whole game.
McGilvery passes up for Halifax, up to Baker. Baker looks for a way in, gets stopped there by Haas. As Baker now passes over to Christie. That's off a stick into the corner. As Calder in after it. Baker comes back up with it. Jollymore rolls off. Jollymore with the shot. Saved by Martin. And picked up, and Allison able to get that rebound up and over and in.
Right in front. Once they get the ball down in front of the net, they're able to put it over Martin and right on top of her. But the Wolves got to have box out and get those loose balls. Cannot allow those second chance opportunities. In the game last on Monday night, they had some struggles with that as well. But if they box out and keep them out of the middle, they'll be strong. They've come back before. This is nothing. It's very early on in the game, but want to make sure they're getting those loose balls in front. Nice rebound and put over the top by the Hurricanes.
There we go. Hovey versus Cormier. As Christie looking for that loose ball. Still loose. As Dietrich comes up with it. Dietrich for the Wolves. Comes back over center. Being watched by Davis. As Dietrich rolls back towards center. Looking for a target. That's off Parker's stick. Picked up by Hovey. Hovey come up. Hovey with the shot. And a leg kick out save there by Nagel.
Very nice shot. Had her moving one way, shooting back the other. Nagel had to make a tough save on that one.
Baker working it away. Popped the ball free. Picked up by Hovey. And we got a moving pick, so it'll be a
I think he's calling too many men there, so coming in the back door, they had already sent them out, and that's why the change of possession there.
Perfect. Cross. Cormier right at the doorstep. Couldn't get a hold of that pass as Chambers making her life difficult. Cormier up top. Hard low shot. That goes wide. Big rebound. Cormier picks that up. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Cormier passes it across for Allison. Allison shot in. Saved by Martin. As Hovey in the corner. Martin coming in after. But, possession Wolves. As Chambers passes it up for Mullen. Mullen slows the play down. Mullen passes over to Hamilton. Hamilton gets a good check from behind by Lorette. Hamilton picks it back up from the corner. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Hamilton looking in. Hamilton in tight. Shot. Saved by Nagel as Rayfuse picks up the loose ball. Fresh 30. Rayfuse passes back up, but that's off Hamilton's stick off the boards. Caught her on the wrong hand. Hamilton back in control. Hamilton looking for a lane. Puts the shot in. Save. And the rebound picked up by Davis. Hamilton trying to force Davis back in the crease. Davis slips away.
Good start by the Wolves offense. I'd like to see a little bit more off-ball movement. They're trying to stay to one side and really got to move that east to west on Nagel, which they were strong in the last game.
Lorette held up by McPherson. Lorette up top. Lorette puts the long shot in. Another save by Martin. Lorette gets that rebound. Fresh 30. Cross to Christie. Christie down low to Hope. Back up to Baker. Baker in with a hard shot. And a save by Martin. As Hart will collect the ball in behind the net. Hart trying to muscle her way through Lorette.
Great clear there by the Wolves. Nice pick to be able to get her open and continue moving down the floor. Great job on that.
Coffin. Cross to Dietrich. Dietrich runs into a wall there at Baker. Dietrich gets a pick from Van Bilzen. Shot. And Nagel makes the save.
Another great save by Nagel. That was a beautiful shot there. I got to say, Martin has responded well since that goal, so great to see her staying on top of that. You got to forget those right when they go in. Great job.
Cormier picks up the loose ball from behind the Wolves' net. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Cormier passes that across. Davis in with the quick shot. Martin makes the save. Loose ball comes out as Calder able to pick that up. Calder takes it around behind her own net for the Wolves. Calder passes that one up. Long pass. Hits Hovey. Hovey looking to come into the zone. Hovey going wide. Hovey takes it behind the net, looking for options. Catches Mullen in. Mullen with the quick shot. And a
beautiful
good save.
Pass and cut there. That's a great save by Nagel, but that was the offense they're looking for. Go behind the net, send the cutter. Beautiful chance there. They keep doing that. That's going to go in.
Allison bringing it over center for the Hurricanes as Hovey giving chase. Hovey lays the stick as Allison passes it. Loose ball goes in behind, picked up by Haas. Haas now coming out of the zone, gets a pick from Yetman.
Larry, you'll see the bench was screaming for 10 seconds there. The shot clock was down to 18, but they hadn't reset it when the goalie picked up, so there's often a couple seconds difference. And that was why they didn't have the 10 seconds. The back referee had the count there.
Okay. Wolves up with the ball, 10 seconds left as Mullen has a look. Van Bilzen heads to the floor. Mullen tries to get in, but that's stick checked, and the ball goes wide. As the shot clock expires. Halifax ball as Baker. And we got a penalty coming.
Yeah, just trying to set the pick there. She set it way too high right in her face mask. The exact same call last game against the Wolves where she came in and set the pick right at her head, and she did the same thing there. That's an automatic 2 minutes. So want to get away from that headshot. Pick's got to be down low, and she didn't do it on that one. Right in front of the official, not going to miss that one.
So down by one, the Wolves get the first power play of the game as Van Bilzen will start off. The Wolves on the 5-on-4 advantage for 2 minutes. Van Bilzen over for Haas. Back up to Haas. Up top to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen in motion. Van Bilzen puts the high shot in. Saved by Nagel. And the ball comes back in the crease. Nagel up with it. Coffin as Jollymore looking to come out. Coffin looking to hold her up. And the 10 seconds expire. And the Wolves will get the ball back.
Good pressure by the Wolves to make sure they only had 10 seconds.
As Van Bilzen passes off for Mullen. Mullen. That's Haas actually. Down to Mullen. Back up to Haas. Up top to Van Bilzen. Now in motion. Van Bilzen looking for that lane. Halifax not giving it up. Van Bilzen. Off a slip for the pass. Haas in with the long shot. And loose ball comes to pop of the crease. As still fighting for it is Coffin. They send it down the length of the floor. As Calder picks it up for the Wolves.
Wolves get an opportunity to change the unit, so they're going to send out their power play 2 unit. Had some good chances here, just haven't been able to finish on it.
James will take it in. 45 seconds left in the power play. Harker and Rayfuse join the party. Dietrich up with the ball. Dietrich looking for a lane. Dietrich pass to Hovey on the doorstep, but a crease violation there. And
wasn't able to catch it cleanly and bounce in the crease. It reached in. It's too bad. She was right there on the crease. Could have executed that nicely, but next time I'm sure they'll be looking for the same thing.
Sent the length of the floor with 25 seconds left in the power play. Dietrich will pick that up and bring it right back down the floor. Trying the old fake ball trick. Didn't sell it very well. As now James pass over to Harker. Harker back up top to James. James over to Dietrich. James in motion. As trying to catch Hovey right in front. Hovey held up and couldn't get the shot away. As Rayfuse turns and fires. That's off the goalie for fresh 30. But Jollymore able to pick up that ball and get it up to Allison. Allison coming over center. Hovey holds her up. Allison looking to come back in. Allison one-handed, and that goes wide. Loose ball coming back, 10 seconds left. As Allison turns and fires wide. McGilvery comes up with it, fires it in. That's off Martin. She has to control that bounce. Rayfuse.
That was a good power play by the Wolves there. You can see they're trying to go east to west on the crease with Hovey. Just wasn't able to connect, but they keep moving that. It'll get there.
Hanrahan over to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen trying to get around the green. Van Bilzen goes to cut in. McGilvery cuts her off. Cross for Coffin. Coffin turns and fires. Gets it on net. But Nagel corrals that one. Rosson tries to. Up to Lorette. Baker coming in for Halifax. Baker tries to find her way in. And just hold on to that ball as the rest of the offense comes out. Gets a pick from Cormier. Baker up top over to Cormier. Cormier in with that low shot. And that had eyes.
That had eyes on it. I think Martin was a little screen from the defender in the way. Came down and shot almost between the defender's legs and coming through. And just a second slow. Cormier has a really strong outside shot. Was able to beat her on that one. One of those things, defenders playing tough in front of them, and then it comes in and just makes a bounce, but it's a game of runs, so the Wolves are going to be looking to return on that, but nice shot by Cormier. I know Halifax is happy to have her back in the lineup after that one for sure.
Yeah, so that's Cormier scores, puts it up 2-0. As Wolves win the faceoff. Van Bilzen coming into the zone, trying to get around Jollymore. Jollymore able to chop that one away. Van Bilzen collects it off the boards. Van Bilzen looking for a lane. Goes up top again. Van Bilzen pass off to Hamilton. Hamilton in with the shot. Save. And, Haas was looking for that rebound. Pass across to Lorette. Lorette coming down the middle. Met by Hart. Tries to get it back off to Allison. As the loose ball comes in around behind the net. Coffin will pick it up for the Wolves. As Lorette right in there. Strip that one away. Yepman fighting for the ball. That's fired down the floor as Hanrahan in a race with Davis for that loose ball. The Wiley Davis comes up with it for Halifax. Quickly up to Lorette, cross to Allison. Lorette and Allison coming in for Halifax. Allison in with a hard shot, saved by Martin. As picked up by Hovey, but that's popped loose, and Lorette in with another shot. Martin holds it in the crease.
Halifax been putting a little pressure on here, so Wolves got to respond. Take their time. Make sure you get set up.
10 seconds expired, so it's Halifax looking to come right back in again. Loose ball to the corner. Hovey in after it for Halifax, or for the Wolves. Hovey. Two team deep in the zone. as the clock ticks. Baker comes up with it. Baker turns, fires. Nice. Glove save.
Great glove save. That was going right for the top corner, and she threw out her glove there. I got to say, the Wolves seem a little out of sorts after that second one. We've seen a couple positions where we've had two Wolves in the same area. This is where we need the leadership just to step up and say, it's all right. We got lots of time here. This is very early in the game.
Davis back in for Halifax. Davis passes off for Jollymore. Jollymore has a look down low for Cormier. Cormier. That's pass goes a little wide as Allison will take that off the boards with 6 seconds left in the shot clock. Allison puts the long shot in. And that goes off the goalie and out. So
as an offensive player, you couldn't ask for anything more. Hit the goalie and then go out of bounds so you get it back. She was just throwing it at the net there and gets a good bounce.
Jollymore back up top. Hard shot in by Cormier. That goes wide. Rebound comes all the way back to her. To Allison, over to Cormier. Cormier, Davis. Davis with a shot. And Martin had the angle on that.
She seemed unsure on where that one went, but team was there to support her in that one. Martin's been holding them in here. I mean, they've got to be outshot 3-1 right now, but she's been making some huge saves. Wolves just need to get an opportunity to set up some offense and run it through.
Wolves bring it back down the floor. As Hamilton shakes off the back check. Hamilton runs into a sea of green. Circles back. Passes off to Rosson. Rosson. Cross. Over to Coffin. Coffin with a hard low shot. And Nagel ever to get that one away. Loose ball coming down the floor. Davis in full steam coming on, but has to scoop up the ball.
That's a beautiful shot by Coffin. I don't think Nagel saw that. It just hit her glove, but she was going right under the glove. That was an excellent shot.
Hart challenging. Lorette in with the long shot. Knocked down by Yetman as they battle for the loose ball. And the shooters shot in, and Martin comes up with that one and corrals the rebound. Martin up to Hart. Hart brings it into the offensive zone. Waits for the offense to come on, but that's picked off by Lorette. Lorette coming down. Hart looks to get that one back as hard as she can. Picked up by Hovey. Hovey coming right back down the floor for the Wolves. Cross for Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen looking to get Hamilton on the run just over her. Harker collects that off the boards. Harker back up top to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen has a look, gets a bit of a pick, rolls off, shot across, and good shot, but too far out.
Nagel's hard to beat from the outside. She's been solid on every one, trying to get in there on the inside, but she's got to keep working at it.
Gets the pick, passes across. Gets Christie on the move. Back up to Jollymore. Jollymore up top. Being watched by Rayfuse. Cross to Christie. Christie in with a shot, and another save by Martin. My God, how many shots has she had?
She has done quite a few shots in this period. What I'll say is that one thing that's changed since the second goal, there's been no second chance opportunities. Rebounds have been scooped up by the Wolves. That is a big key. A lot of the Hurricanes' goals are coming off second chance opportunities.
Jollymore looks for the pass into Young. Being challenged there by Calder. Low shot by Jollymore. That goes off a leg and out of play.
An unlucky bounce.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Just taking an outside shot. It hits a great block, and then all of a sudden it bounces out of bounds.
Christie plays it into the corner for Davis. Davis rolls back up top as a back up for Allison. Allison collects the ball. Allison looking for the doorstep of Jollymore. Oh my gosh. Jollymore kicked it out of the air.
Complete unlucky bounce. She was just throwing it over to knock it down, and then all of a sudden it took a bounce and then spun backwards and bounced back in the net. It's not something that you expect to see. We're going to see it here on the replay. Just one of those unlucky bounces that happened to you in the middle of a game, and nobody was close enough to be able to grab it, so it happens. Goalie's going to take a water now. I think Martin asked for water. Great time to ask for water. Just had an odd goal. It's a time for the coach to be able to settle everyone down, have a little talk, and give that water break in terms of that. It is a warm one out here, so obviously the referees give that with 5:11 to go and 3-0 for the Hurricanes. You know, there's still lots of time to go, everyone just needs to relax. The Hurricanes have been here before, so I'm sure they're leaning on experience. But the Wolves, this is their home floor. They're not going to let this go easily. You can see the coaches bringing them together already, having a talk here on the bench to make sure everyone's focused. Long game. Don't get down on yourselves. Those bad breaks are going to happen. It's going to go both ways. They're going to get their opportunity too.
So Halifax jumps out to a 3-0 lead with just over 5 minutes remaining in the first period. As Baker versus Hamilton at the faceoff. Rolled out, picked up by Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen. Hope manages to pop it over her stick. Van Bilzen recollects the ball. Van Bilzen trying to weave her way in. That's closed. Puts it across for Mullen. Mullen. Crossover for Hamilton. Hamilton gets a lane shot. And another toe
Right
save.
off the goalie and out of bounds. They're going to get another offensive set. Exactly what you needed after that.
Hovey comes on. Van Bilzen rolls back up to the top. Wolves all in motion. As Hovey. Stutter step. Shot in. Save. As Haas battles in behind. As Baker trying to get the ball away from her. Mullen in. We got a interference call.
Minor interference. The second player that came in went straight for the body and not for the ball, and that's what was called there.
Allison trying to weave her way in. Held up. Gets over to Lorette. And off the crossbar by Lorette. Trying from behind the net. As McPherson picks it up, but she's stuck in there. McPherson fights her way out. And down the floor, McPherson pops that up to Hovey.
Excellent clear there. Move that quickly up the floor.
As Hovey slows it down, gets the offense on. Hovey has a look. Hovey puts it right across for Dietrich. Dietrich trying to find a lane in. Dietrich puts the shot. That's over the crossbar. Wide. Rossum. Oh, reset the clock. Rossum. Shot goes wide. James will knock that one down. Off the boards. James back up top to Hovey. Hovey. Shot in. James throwing a screen, but Nagel still comes up with a save. The Wolves regain the ball again for another fresh 30 on the clock. As Hovey has a look. Hovey cross for Hamilton. Hamilton has to recollect that as Cormier in after it. Balls fly. Dietrich trying to get that loose ball. Everybody's trying to get the loose ball. As Lorette's the one that comes up with it for Halifax. Lorette coming in. Lorette driving towards the net. Shot! And Martin has to stay strong, but the rebound.
We talked about it on early in the game, Larry. You can't let up those second chance opportunities. Really good defense there at the start, and then they got to turn around and box her out. The same player that took the shot and make sure she can't get that rebound in terms of that. So I know Martin threw her hands up there a little bit frustrated with that, but we got to make sure that you're cutting off the player from coming in and that the ball stays in front of you so you can get those loose ball opportunities. That's two. First and this goal was both a loose ball offer over top of her. I know with just under 3 minutes, the Wolves are looking to get out of this one and have a 10-minute break. Just focus on finishing off this period strong.
Loose ball, challenge for it. As Harker working along the boards for the Wolves comes up with the ball. Harker's pass. That'll come back across center. And that'll be a Halifax ball.
So some fans might be asking, why are the Wolves not calling a timeout here? Part of the reason is you only have 2 timeouts. If you're going to need a comeback at the end and need that timeout, you want to make sure you save one. Yes, you have another one, but this is a game of runs. Coach McNeil knows that and is waiting for his team to get the run. Calling a timeout would burn one now when they might need one later on in the game.
So Calder challenging Allison for the loose ball. Bouncing ball comes up, picked up by Haas. Haas back down the floor. Haas throws down the shoulder. Muscles her way up over center. Gets a pick from Coffin. Haas able to slow it down. Her pass just past Van Bilzen. As Van Bilzen and Baker challenge for it. Loose ball. Coffin comes up with it. Coffin passes that down for James. James rolls back up. 6 seconds left in the shot clock. James shot. That goes high up over the crossbar. And that ball will come back across center as the shot clock will expire.
Just a little bit high, but that was a seeing eye for the top corner there. I thought she had that one labeled.
Halifax will start off from close to center, as McGilvery will start them off. Across to Jollymore. She'll pull that one in. Jollymore for Halifax. Being challenged by Hart. As Jollymore able to fend off that. Passes across for McGilvery. McGilvery puts it down low to the corner for Hope. Hope's shot in. That gets knocked down in front as McPherson battles for the loose ball. McPherson comes up with it. And coming back down the floor. It's Finley McPherson for the Wolves. Now she'll pass it over to Hovey. Hovey comes across up top. Hovey slows it down for the offense to come. Hovey has a look across for Dietrich. Dietrich trying to get in, knocked out of her basket as McGilvery picks up that loose ball. McGilvery hemmed in a bit, gets it up to Davis though. Davis will put on the Jets and comes back over center as Hanrahan keeps an eye on her. Calder. Nice pass across. Christie just didn't make a connect. And as Christie along the boards. Battle for it. Rayfuse. Baker out front. Turns, fires. And that bounces up and out of play.
Nice opportunity by Baker there. Just bounced it a little tight, bouncing over, but driving right to the net on that one.
Passed
Got
up
30 seconds left in this period.
So Van Bilzen. Wolves looking to get one before the end. That shot goes up and
went off
weird. I didn't think it was that high.
It went off the blue and then went straight up, hit it awkwardly, clearly, and went up. And Nagel didn't touch that, so it's going to go back to the Hurricanes. Not sure what they were looking at there, but a bad bounce again, unfortunately.
Yeah, Allison coming in for the Hurricanes, cuts in front. Allison gets her stick held a bit, and the shot goes high. Baker comes back up, looks, sees how much time she's got left. Baker looking to drive in, being held to the outside by Hovey, but that's it for the first period of play. So in this do or die game, it just got a whole lot harder for the Wolves. This is a 4-0 lead for Halifax as they head into the intermission.
A tough start for the Wolves. I mean, they haven't played, a horrible game here. They've been a little bit off in terms of, I feel they haven't been as physical as they normally are. But it's a game of runs. A couple bad bounces went against them, and in the second period they can go the other way. They really need to start going east to west on Nagel. They're taking a lot of outside shots and not going east to west. That was the success in game number 3. And if they don't keep going back and forth, they're doing. Halifax is one of the hardest teams to play against when they have the lead. And the reason is, on the offensive side of the ball, they actually always have a player who's kind of hanging back. They keep the ball low and they have a player hanging back. So it's very rare you're going to get a breakaway against them. They trust Nagel so much that as long as they have 5 in front of them, they believe you can't get by. So the Wolves are going to have to beat them 5-on-5. I think one of the things that Coach McNeil may go look at is that going behind the net there's a great opportunity to be able to pass out in front. The Hurricanes seem to be turning around and have that opportunity for cutters to go through. So they twice went behind the net, sent a cutter through and was wide open, and I think if they go back to it, not a typical play you'd see in lacrosse, but if it's working, you got to keep going back to it, right? There's no reason not to.
All right. Well, I think we'll be switching over to some commercials, and we'll take a little break, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes, everybody. We'll see you then.
All right.
Morning, Sam.
Hey, Mom.
Are you done?
Yeah, I just finished practice.
Your showcase has been cancelled.
They canceled it? But how will they see me play?
We saw your video and loved it. Welcome to the team.
Athletes train to persevere. Success can still be achieved even when the odds are against you. I use media to reach success. Fight for your dreams. You've got this.
welcome back to the Den here, Sackville Arena, on the shores of First Lake in lovely Lower Sackville, Nova Scotia, on a fine Sunday evening. As it's 4-0. The Wolves have their work cut out for them, as the Hurricanes have a 2-1 lead and a 4-goal. But as Brendan says, it's a game of streaks.
All right, you got 40 minutes here, a long time to go in this game. Hurricanes, I'm sure Coach McNeil in the room said they just scored 4 in one period and we got 2 more to go. So we got lots of time to come back in this. It's a game of runs. Everyone knows that. That's been part of the game. So the Wolves are just biding their time for their runs. They've come out. They looked really calm coming out of the room. No one looked jittery. They're bringing the girls together and just saying, hey, we got this. We're good. We're ready to go. Martin's already in the net. I think they seem relaxed. They're showing that leadership out there of a young team, and I'm feeling good about it. I feel like there's an opportunity here. Hurricanes, again, tough team to play against when they have the lead because they have that person back, so you're not going to get a lot of breakaways, but do it methodically, one at a time. I coach with Mitch Hannigan on the Warriors, and he says, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So just take it one at a time.
Well, thanks, everyone, for joining us. And if you're watching this on Maritime Athletic Profiles, which is a great job here with all these camera angles, 3 views on every goal. But it doesn't come cheap, and that's thanks to our sponsors of McLeod Lorway Insurance and Next Level U Recruiting, who have made this possible for all the Wolves home games to be streamed on YouTube. As we get set, Cormier for Halifax, Hamilton for the Wolves will start us off at center at the face-off. Loose ball, battle for it. As they battle, Jollymore comes up with it. Jollymore. Coffin trying to push her back out over. Coffin not giving Jollymore much room as somebody hits the cement. Nice job by Coffin. Coffin chops it free, but can't get a hold of that loose ball as Cormier comes back up with it.
There, I almost ate my words there. I said there's no chance to get a breakaway when they have the lead, and all of a sudden Coffin has a chance there.
Seems like the Wolves are really shutting down in front of the net there, and I can hear the chopping while the ball's up top.
It's what they need to do. They had 2 or 3 goals that were on rebounds right in front and need to make sure they're clearing out that front of the net. So big discussion in the room was obviously clearing out the front of the net, and they started off right away.
Haas bringing it back down the floor for the Wolves. Haas passes way down into the corner as Rosson trying to catch James on the move. Just doesn't connect. Harker looking along the boards. Harker comes up with a loose ball. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Harker rolls back up top, passes out across to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen in with the shot, and Nagel makes the save, and Davis right there to pick it up for Halifax. Hovey on the back check, almost gets it. Hovey able to knock it free as Cormier in the 10 seconds expires.
Great start from the Wolves. First offensive set, they had a cutter and almost hit her, and then great pressure by Hovey to have a 10 seconds. That's how they wanted to come out.
Van Bilzen gets the Dietrich. Dietrich turns, fires, short side, and saved by Nagel.
Excellent chance there. Nagel was up to the task, but that's exactly how you move the ball.
Coffin in with a hard shot. Nagel makes the save. Loose ball at top of the crease. Hovey turns and fires. Another save by Nagel. Baker comes up with a loose ball. Pop free by Coffin. Dietrich snakes out of it. Dietrich turns, fires. Another save by Nagel. Hovey collects that up. Hovey rolls it to the corner for Dietrich. Dietrich, 22 seconds left in the shot clock. Dietrich rolls out, puts the shot, and then Nagel jumps up and gets the shoulder on it.
Great set by the Wolves there.
Baker driving in. Hovey holding on. And I think Hovey was going for a ride on Baker's shoulders for a minute.
She actually started well with putting the arm around her to stop it, but then all of a sudden she reached with her open hand and grabbed the top, and as soon as you get both, you're going to get that hold call or a wrap. Looks like they're going to see what the signal is here. Giving a hold call on that. So the hold, she's got one arm around the front and one on the back. I think she was nervous she was going to roll on her because such a big body on her, but she did a great job of defending her, to be honest.
That's what I was thinking, is she didn't want to get trampled.
It's true.
Cormier That's Halifax on the power play here. Up 4-0. Jollymore. Back up top to Cormier. Cormier has a look. Plays it over for Davis. Davis down low to Baker. Baker down the 10 seconds left. Baker back up top to Jollymore. Jollymore cross. Shot in by Cormier. That gets blocked. And a couple of seconds left in the shot clock as Baker comes up with it. And that's after the whistle goes. So Van Bilzen will bring it out for the Wolves as runs into a wall of Baker there. What a difference Baker has made to this Halifax team.
You know, as I was talking to Coach Curry about the impact of not having Baker in game 2, and she said she is a 21-year-old in this league, and she plays like it. She has the size, the experience, and the knowledge of this game, and it is a great pickup for the Hurricanes to be able to grab her for the season.
Battled for the loose ball along the boards, picked up by Davis. Davis takes it around behind her own net, finds some room. Davis passes up to Lorette for Halifax. Halifax brings it into the Wolves zone by Lorette. Lorette has a look, passes back to Cormier. Cormier slows the play down, setting up the offense with 13 seconds left in the clock. Cormier passes over for Lorette. Down low for Allison. Allison back up to Lorette. Lorette comes in with a hard shot, saved by Martin. Loose ball comes out. They battling, Rayfuse battling for that loose ball. Comes up to Allison, she fires at the net. That goes wide as Haas trying to get down. Christie comes up with it for Halifax. Christie on the move, fires, and it's saved by Martin, able to pull that one in.
It's about 10 seconds left of the penalty. That was a great job by the Wolves. Hurricanes never really got set, never got a great opportunity to be able to put one in. It's exactly how you want to come out.
Christie gathers up the loose ball in her own zone. Able to fire that away. Picked up by Lorette as Hovey right in on her. Fresh out of the box as Lorette spins off a check, but Hovey still on her as Lorette passes it off to Allison. Allison looking for a way in now. And Rayfuse right on her. Baker pass. That goes wide down into the corner. As looks like we'll get an interference call on that.
Some minor interference. She reached up for the ball, didn't have it yet. Gave her a little push on the back, and so obviously minor interference there, but nothing much, just an opportunity for the Hurricanes to reset. But the Wolves got to stay aggressive. That's their game. They're going to take some of those minor interferences. They got to keep being aggressive. They weren't like that in the first. They were worried about those calls, and they got to be aggressive.
Rayfuse holds up Jollymore. Jollymore has to pass it back to Hope. Back to Jollymore. Doesn't catch it cleanly, and picked up by Rayfuse. Rayfuse up over center. Rayfuse gets chopped free from hers. And Davis right up on it. Davis coming in. Rayfuse on the chase. Davis in tight shot and scores.
Unfortunate there. It was a great clear by the Wolves. Her two Hurricane players just came in and got the stick. It popped out, and number 71 didn't realize it had come out of her stick. And number 5 grabbed it, just went straight up and went across the net. Exactly what you need to do. Make Martin move one way, and then she put it in the open side that was there. So hey, these are the bounces of the game. They still got to focus on what they're doing. It happens. It's all right. Get back in the game. They have played really well in the first 5 minutes of this. They haven't got a goal to show to it, but it is going to happen. The offense have been moving well. They've been clearing the ball. They've been physical. They've been playing Wolves lacrosse, which is what they need to keep doing as they're playing.
If my count's right, they've got 10 runners, and 5 of them have scored in this game.
They do have quite a few offensive weapons on that side of the ball, and they use them all.
Yeah, Hovey picks it up for the Wolves. Hovey coming in, trying to get around. That's a back check by Christie. Loose ball in, shot, and that's a save by Nagel. And ball comes right to Cormier. Cormier coming out as Hamilton able to chop it free from her stick. Hamilton to the boards, comes up with the ball. Hamilton being watched by Lorette. Hamilton finds a lane, gets into the Halifax zone as Cormier gives chase. Hamilton passes across to Van Bilzen, right off the bench. Van Bilzen comes in front, but she's on the wrong hand. Van Bilzen, low shot, another kick save out by Nagel. Haas plays that down to Rosson. Rosson. Cross for Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen. Side arm goes wide. Loose ball. And that's back
in the middle and should have taken that shot and then came and pulled out. But, you know, it's Ursula early in the shot clock. The coach is talking about working it down. So right decision at that time. Sometimes it just, from my angle, it looked like it was right there.
Baker for Halifax. Passes across for Jollymore. Jollymore being watched by Rosson. Jollymore as Davis able to bring that back up. Right up to Allison. Allison slows it down with a fresh 30. Allison trying to get in around Calder. Can't find the room. Passes off to Jollymore.
Yep, right there in the middle as Baker came around. She was being really physical with her, which unfortunately makes the referee normally look at you, and there's 3 in this one. And she went to go hit her. It kind of went upwards and got her a little high. So, but Baker was doing it back, so they're giving to both sides. So Baker's going to get a 2 minutes for roughing, and then we're going to get a high stick on the Wolves side there. It's number 6. I'm not sure who that was.
That's Hart.
Hart. Hart's been very physical tonight, so you're going to take some of those. But
Hart
if
is
you
very physical every night.
If you take one of those and take the offensive player with you, the coach will be happy about that one. We're going to play some 4-on-4 here. It is true. It is every night she's very physical. I love her on the back end there.
Allison trying to find a way in. James keeps her to the outside. Got a pick. Allison looking to come in. Long shot. That gets deflected as Martin punches it to the corner. Mullen trying to chase down that loose ball. Comes up with it. Mullen down the floor. As it's a 2-on-1 opportunity. Mullen passes across. But Hamilton couldn't pull the trigger. Hamilton in, but that goes high and off the glass. As Coffin makes sure she keeps it going over center. Coffin passes over to Dietrich, fresh off the bench. Dietrich cycles in. Dietrich shoot, just misses the near post. Loose ball. You got to get that shot. Hovey makes the shot and gets the reset just in time. And Nagel ever pull it into the crease.
Great chance there. That 2-on-1, I think there's a little bit miscommunication. Defenseman came up with it, made the pass across, and she turned to go back to the bench, and then was a little late to be able to get back in to get the return pass.
Lucky roll comes to Lorette as Haas has to hold her up. Lorette trying to force her way in, and Hovey again with the wraparound.
Again, same thing. She's come across the top and pulls her back. Both hands are on. You're going to get the wrap call on this. Unfortunate one, being aggressive, and that happens. Again, it starts, though, with some minor mistakes, so that comes down the floor. The Wolves got to get that before it comes anywhere near the Hurricane player, which causes an opportunity there. So, you know, those minor mistakes can come back to you, so got to make sure that you're getting that loose ball and having possession of it.
So it'll be 4-on-3 for 25 seconds. As
Wolves going with 2 high, 1 low, trying to stop that outside shot.
A little bit of a wild pass. Lucky break for the Wolves.
That came out of the stick on the wrong angle on that one. Back over. It's going to give the Wolves an opportunity to kill it off. We got 14 seconds in the 2 minors that went at the same time, and then we'll be 5-on-4 after that for another 150.
Van Bilzen starting off the Wolves. Lorette working against her. Gets a pick from McPherson, but Halifax will not let Van Bilzen go. Now Van Bilzen being steered in behind the net. Van Bilzen tries to crease dive, but pops out. Baker picks that up on the run. Baker coming down. McPherson working against her. Baker drives in. Baker turns, fires. Nice save by Martin.
Excellent save by Martin. Defense was keeping on her so that she had to a little bit make an adjustment, but Martin was up to the task, stayed in the perfect position, raised the arms, made that save. Great job there. 5-0. That may be a key save in the game and the turning point right there.
Yeah, a huge save as Davis plays it to Cormier. Cormier slows it down, back over to Davis. Minute left in the Halifax power play. As Davis back up to Cormier. Cormier across from McGilvery. McGilvery looking for a lane. McGilvery's shot goes wide as Jollymore comes up with it. And that goes wide as well, and that should be it for the shot clock.
42 seconds left on the penalty. The Wolves are going to try to use all 30 here and almost run it out. Hurricanes going to add a little bit of pressure, but able to break that.
Haas looking to catch James right at the doorstep, just too high. Is the pass? As I don't think they're listening to you, Brendan.
Decision, you're down 5-0, you want to push it. Their short man has been good, so you can understand wanting to push that, but it does give the Hurricanes another opportunity.
Christie plays it over for Lorette. Lorette rolls up top, pass over for McGilvery. McGilvery shot in. Another save by Martin as it goes to the corner. Rayfuse keeping an eye on Halifax there. As
minor interference going to the Wolves.
Rayfuse draws the interference and passes that quickly down the floor. As Hovey's out of the box, back to 5-on-5. As Russell passes across. And shot in by Rayfuse. That goes wide. Rayfuse gets it back again. Rayfuse up for Coffin. Coffin in with a quick shot. That got deflected. Harker knocks that one out of the air. As
great cut there by Coffin.
Hovey right in. Hovey with a shot. Another save by Nagel. Loose ball, fresh 30. Hovey turns, fires again. That's blocked by the D. Mullen up with it for the Wolves now. Mullen has lots of time on the clock as Davis keeps an eye on her. Mullen passes across. Hovey just a little too low. Just curls that as Hope comes in with a check. Shot that gets blocked. And they'll come back across center.
No,
but
so they're waving that off because it went off the Halifax player and went over. So because it was touched by a Halifax player, that's why it's waved off there. I know some people in the corner there were looking for the high stick. You heard a couple noises from there, but she actually went down forward in the ducking motion, and then it slid up her, so the hit would have been normal, which is why it wasn't called.
Hart comes on, gives Baker a little love tap as they go by, as Cormier passes that over for Jollymore. Jollymore has a look in the corner. Coffin challenges. Jollymore trying to gets a pick from Baker. As Coffin able to come around and knock that one free. Cormier keeps it over, but Coffin comes up with a Coffin cross for Hart. Hart coming into the offensive zone. Hart looking to muscle her way around Cormier. Holds it back for the offense. Passes off to Dietrich. Dietrich now has a look. Dietrich passes across for Van Bilzen. That goes off her stick, picked up by James. James. Sackville looking for Mullen, but that's picked off by Cormier for Halifax as Halifax comes back down the floor. Nice interception by Van Bilzen.
Great coverage there
for the Wolves.
She had an opportunity to go away there, but Van Bilzen making sure that it didn't go anywhere.
Back to the wall it goes. Haas goes after it. Haas goes down on the ball. Takes play on. Battle for that loose ball as the clock ticks down. 5 seconds left. Still loose down there.
James had a chance there. The ball actually squirted out, and when she tried to pick it up, she turned too quickly before seeing it in. It came out. She would have had a really great opportunity there.
Dietrich sticking with Baker. Baker hands it off and heads to the bench as Davis leads the Halifax offense. Up top, Davis. Pass across for Allison. Allison. Starter steps Allison looking for her lane. Allison in with a shot and saved by Martin. Picked up by Rayfuse. Rayfuse has some room coming down the floor. She got to corral that ball though as Rayfuse chases down the loose ball. Scoops it up. Rayfuse cross for Hanrahan. Rayfuse in with a shot. Scores!
Excellent goal. Rayfuse did all the work there, picked up the loose ball, ran all the way down. She made a pass to the cutter, which was absolutely perfect. She wasn't able to catch it, and it right back into her stick, which threw off Nagel and put it right in the far side top corner. It was amazing. If they had scored on that, I was going to say Rayfuse did an amazing job to get an assist, but it backs to her, and she gets the goal. So well earned all the way. We're going to have a goalie water here, but Rayfuse, impact player there. Again, I talked about it early in the game. The big thing the Wolves needed is to add some speed, especially in the third period with 10 men on the bench getting tired, and that speed created that situation. They sent cutters off the bench from the opposite side. We've been saying the bounces haven't really been going the Wolves' way all game, but this one went the Wolves' way and right back in her stick, and she buried it home. So, when you get one, do the gates open now? I know the Wolves are hoping so, but they're right back in with 4. Still 6 minutes to go in this period, right? You can bring a couple more and be ready to go for the third.
Well, congratulations, Gemma Rayfuse. I could be wrong. That could be your first goal of the season. And what a time to get it, right when your team needs it most. as a ball into the zone. Lorette battling for its Mullen. Mullen comes up with the ball for the Wolves. Cycles up top as the Wolves sit off all the Wolves on one side of the court. As Coffin goes in with a shot. That goes wide as Van Bilzen came in there high looking to get in.
Being aggressive on those rebounds, they got to do that. It's an excellent job by two players and still have coverage back. Exactly how you drew it up.
And Lorette turns and fires, and in it goes.
That's a tough one there. A pass down low, spun off the shot, so it's hard to read from a goalie point of view as you come out, and then just fired that. And I think Martin was a little surprised at the shot, was able to beat her there on the short side, on the inside. Wolves are little, you can see a little bit from the Wolves in that, but they got to keep their heads up. There's lots of time. They already got one. They showed they can get it by Nagel. You'd mentioned that was Rayfuse. You think it's her first goal. Congratulations to her. That was a huge goal. So looking to respond. There's still 5 minutes. There's lots of time. 25 minutes left in this game. Lots of time to make sure we bring it back together.
Haas comes out, chops the, I think the stick landed on the loose ball. Cormier comes up with it. Cormier passes for Davis. She's covered by Rayfuse. As Hope cycles that. Over for Allison. Allison passes back across for Davis. Davis. Low shot by Cormier. That Davis picks that up, that rebound. That shot gets blocked.
So just to note, the goal was actually scored by Lexi Chambers. I know the game sheet or the program says something else, but I'd heard before the game that one of them had forgotten their jersey and they had to switch some of the numbers around. So that was Lexi Chambers who ended up getting that one. Still, excellent play, no matter who it was.
All right, thanks. I'll remember that. I was thinking Gemma must have dyed her hair. But anyways, here we go.
I was laughing at that one in the middle. I'm pretty sure her stick fell on the ball. She was trying to pick it up while the Wolves were just trying to knock the stick away to get it out.
That's played up. That's picked off by Davis. Davis right back in. Davis to the doorstep for Hope. Can't corral that one in as Chambers goes in after it. Chambers rolls off a hit. Chambers fires that back down the floor. That's picked up by Baker as Baker brings it back into Wolves territory. Watched by James. Baker holds up as Hamilton off the bench, able to chop it free. Jollymore back to Baker. Baker cross for Christie. Christie fires and just misses that far side. And Lorette diving in with the swing. That's sent back out. Jollymore passes it to Lorette. Lorette back up. Baker, it goes over her head. A loose ball as Hamilton goes after it. Hamilton able to scoop up that ball. Pass up to Rosson coming off the bench, couldn't get it cleanly as Christie scoops up the ball. Christie right up to Allison. Allison coming back for Halifax as Van Bilzen comes back and able to pop it free.
Great defense there by Van Bilzen to hit it right on the elbow and cause that turnover. It was a 2-on-1, but hustling back to make it a 2-on-2 and cause the turnover.
McGilvery for Halifax. Fires it back up down the floor. End to end. Here's back up. That's picked off by Lorette. Lorette in for Halifax. McPherson, keep an eye on her. And Cormier fires that one. Another save by Martin. But she hands it off to Coffin. Coffin coming back down the floor. Under 2:30 left in the second period as Coffin passes in front. Gets to Dietrich. Dietrich moves, fires, scores!
Excellent goal there. And you see one of the things they talk about coming on the floor is you come in twos. So the first person went right down the middle, and coming down on the other side was Dietrich. It missed the first player and went right to her wide open. And instead of taking the shot, she went across the net to make Nagel move, opened up the hole, and she buried it. Absolutely beautiful. You got to make her move, and she knew that. You could see her. She was going like she was going to shoot, and then realized I got to go across. As soon as she made the step, she fired, and Nagel couldn't respond. So huge goal there to bring it within 4 with 2 minutes to go. You're a little worried after that last one that they wouldn't respond. They responded beautifully. So Wolves' heads are high, ready to get back in this one.
Coffin looking for that loose ball. Picks it up. Allison putting the lumber on her. Coffin gets a pick from Hamilton. Allison still on her, gets over to Hamilton. Hamilton puts the shot in, saved by Nagel. To the corner it goes. Allison grabs that one. Allison passes that up, right up to Baker. Baker looking to come in. Haas right there. Baker. Haas able to strip that one out and gets the crease violation.
I say Lorette was super strong on that loose ball there, right in the corner. Grabbed it and spun off 2 people and moved it up. Excellent job.
Haas passes over to Hovey. Hovey looking to bring that in. Hovey in tight. Hovey in tight shot. And it's saved by Nagel. Calder picks up the loose ball. Calder in with the shot. That goes wide. Hovey will play that one off the glass. 19 seconds left. Still lots of time in the shot clock, but that's picked off by Cormier, or McGilvery, sorry. And she'll fire it down the floor as Davis is the first one back there to collect it in Wolves territory. Davis from behind the Wolves net passes out to Lorette. Lorette puts it in the back of the net.
Lorette gets another one, a shot going down the floor that the Hurricanes beat the Wolves down there, able to pick it up behind the net. Trailer coming in, pass in front, and then just buries it. That's a couple times now. They've just fired it down, and they haven't beat them down the floor. They have to be the first ones down there to get that ball back. I don't know if Martin needs to come out and play it, but we got to make sure that that's not happening in terms of getting those opportunities. But I got to say, in this period, the chances have almost been even. It's just that the Hurricanes have gotten a few more that have gone in over the Wolves. So, I think Coach McNeil will tell the team, especially in the intermission, we got 1 minute left, is that we've had the chances. We just got to keep doing it and keep repeating it, and they're going to go in.
Hovey's pass taken off the boards for Dietrich. Dietrich holds up. Dietrich pass across for Hovey. Hovey gets her way in. Makes the fire, and Nagel makes that save. Ball comes back into the crease as Christie quickly plays it up to Cormier. Cormier coming into the Wolves zone. Hanrahan watching her. Cormier slows it down. Has 20 seconds remaining in the second period. Over to Baker. Baker puts the long shot in. Martin makes the save and holds on. There's 7 seconds left. Martin fires it up. Has Allison looking to come in. McPherson got a piece of it. Ball went out of play.
0.1 seconds to go in the period.
And there we go.
I feel like the official would have let that go if he turned around and saw 0.1 and just let that run out. So
I believe that's a hat trick for Ava Lorette. And the Halifax Hurricanes leading 7-2 going into the third period.
I got to say, though, a really good period by the Wolves. The offense was really strong in that period and got some movements. They found some holes in Nagel, and that's what you're looking for. In terms of that, you see a little respect on the floor there between Martin and Nagel. They've played together. They played against each other quite a bit. A lot of respect in this league. So, the Hurricanes are going to look to slow it down in the third, and the Wolves are going to look to press. Look for those turnovers and those opportunities. But when you get that one, you did see the lift out of the Wolves. All of a sudden, it was like, all right, we can do this. We can score. So I feel they got a little momentum going there. They're going to be come out fired up in the third, ready to go.
Well, thanks, and thanks for everybody for watching. You're watching this on Maritime Athletic Profiles, and we'll go to some commercials, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes, folks. We'll see you then.
Sam.
Hey, Mom.
Are you done?
Yeah, I just finished practice.
Your showcase has been cancelled.
They canceled it? But how will they see me play?
We saw your video and loved it. Welcome to the team.
Athletes train to persevere. Success can still be achieved even when the odds are against you. I use media to reach success. Fight for your dreams. You've got this.
And welcome back to the Den here at the Sackville Arena in lovely lower Sackville, Nova Scotia, as the Wolves come back onto the floor. Halifax over to their bench as got a minute left to go in the intermission. And coming in. Take a moment now just to say thank you to the Wolves organization, Coach KJ McNeil, and what a great job they've done, as this will be our last home game coming from here. I also want to thank, Corey Martin, manager of the Wolves, as before the season he said they were going to stream these games. They could use a play-by-play guy. Would I be interested? And I said, sure. Sounds like fun, and what a great experience it's been. So I want to thank everybody for the support and what a great job you've done, and the folks at Maritime Athletic Profiles for what an absolute fantastic professional job they've done bringing these camera angles, and it made my job look a whole lot easier rather than the one-man cell phone. It's what the U17 girls get to watch. But they'll be looking to come up to the junior. I'm looking to keep doing this as long as they keep asking. I'm happy to do it.
Maritime Athletic Profile does an amazing job in spreading the brand. Coach Junior Lacrosse League and for females and the co-ed side, which is awesome. Larry, you've been a huge help this season. It's been awesome, so really appreciate all the time. I'll say the most times when you ask people, would you come and do play-by-play, the answer is no. So always appreciate it when someone says yes to do that. You've done a phenomenal job.
Thanks,
but we're not done yet.
No, there's still lots of time as Hamilton comes in with a shot and Nagel comes up big on that save.
I'm sure Coach McNeil in the room said, you got 20 minutes, leave it all on the line. So you're going to see them come out firing and give everything they got.
Ball rolls into the zone as McPherson brings it up for the Wolves. McPherson brings it up over center, slows it down for the offense. That's McPherson over to Hamilton. Hamilton looks to get around Hope. Hamilton in with the shot, looking for the screen, and Nagel comes up big.
Oh.
And Dietrich looking for that rebound.
Almost popped that out of her stick that was outside the crease and bounced over her head there, but Nagel was lucky to get her glove up.
Dietrich gives a bump, and that's
great pressure there. Dietrich looks like a little bit of a shot there. She's coming off and going underneath. She'll be all right, just needs a breather.
Hart tries to slip one in, but that's steered aside by Nagel. As a loose ball to the corner, goes after his Coffin. Coffin puts it across for Harker. Harker corrals that one down. Harker back for Coffin. Coffin shot. That bounces up and out of play.
Geez, they're all over them right now. Whatever Coach McNeil said in the room is working because they are just driving right there, getting some great opportunities in tight. So
I think that's what they have to do. And Allison sent to the floor by Haas. Allison throws it down and picked up by Baker. As Hovey right on her. Baker able to roll off. Baker driving to the net. Hovey being very careful on the wraparound as Yetman steered her to the corner. Hovey still on Baker. Baker goes to the corner as Yetman in after it. And Yetman kills off the shot clock. Hands it off to Coffin. Coffin and the Wolves coming back down the floor. Up over center. Coffin just off Hamilton's stick, goes to Hovey. Hovey in tight. Hovey shot deflects wide. Picked up by Hamilton. Hamilton now. There's Mullen in there. Hamilton shot off the glass to Mullen. Mullen shot that, went high. And Rasson trying to just fire it towards the net.
Great rebound there by the Wolves. Just couldn't finish it, but that was a great chance right off the glass. Almost like they set it up that way, Larry, off the glass to her.
Christie bringing it in for Halifax now as being watched by Hamilton. Christie across for Cormier. Cormier over for Jollymore. Jollymore passes that across. Christie in with a shot, and Martin up with the shoulder and makes the save as McPherson has to corral that one.
You're going to see Halifax be very methodical, use the whole 30 on every possession. Their clock is their enemy, and that's what they're focused on every time they get it.
Dietrich, loose ball off her stick. She creates the turnover as into the boards they go after. Dietrich fighting mad for that ball. Halifax sends it down the floor. Picked up by Allison in behind. Allison coming in all alone. Allison makes a move, shot, scores.
I'm going to say it again, but an unlucky bounce. Coffin had a chance to grab that to be able to, reset and almost go in a 5-on-4 there. It just happened to take a bad bounce on her and bounce off her stick and right to the Hurricane player who goes in alone again on one of those unlucky things. But the pressure has been great. They got to keep it up, keep pressuring the ball. They're going to take those risks in this period. They're down. You got to force. You're going to put 2 or 3 people up. You might have an opportunity of a breakaway against, but you got to keep taking those chances.
My apologies to the Ellison family, as my wife mentioned to me after the last game. She goes, "You're pretty impartial until the Hurricanes score." And I got to say, I don't mind the Hurricanes scoring. I just wish they'd do it less often. Here we go. Dietrich picks it up behind the net. Dietrich coming out for the Wolves. Dietrich turns, fires off the post, and Nagel able to corral that.
Larry, you've been a Wolf supporter since day one, so we don't have anything against you about not as excited about the Hurricanes' goal.
There you go. Baker coming in. Baker in tight. Shot. That goes wide. All up. Young going for it. Picked up by James. James for the Wolves coming into the zone. She's got Chambers coming with her. James puts the shot in, and Nagel makes that save.
I don't know if she saw Chambers coming in there, but Chambers was streaking really hard from the offside coming off the bench. Great opportunity there for the Wolves.
As Allison works her way in. Allison being watched by Chambers as Cormier plays that across. Picked up by McGilvery. McGilvery over off Jollymore's stick. Picked up by Chambers. Chambers coming back down the floor. Chambers looking to catch it to Coffin on the inside. That's deflected wide. Coffin will have to play that up off the boards. 20 seconds left in the shot clock. Coffin plays it up to James, but that doesn't connect. And here's Davis coming in from behind. As Hovey able to steer her to the side. Catches her on. Off stride, puts her to the floor and puts it right back up, looking for Van Bilzen. But Lorette will come back up with it for Halifax. Lorette coming into the zone. Van Bilzen with the wraparound, knocked it free. But gets it back to Jollymore. Jollymore pass into Baker. She'll take it off the boards. No, that rolls in as McPherson able to come up with it, but that gets chopped loose. And back to Young. Picks it up back to Baker. Baker driving in. Baker off to Lorette. Lorette fires, and Martin gets a piece of that one. Hovey back down the floor trying to get around Jollymore. Hovey working in, shot, and Nagel.
Nagel up to the task, but I got to say, I think this has been Hovey's best game of the series. She's been all over the place. Some great opportunities tonight.
Haas gathers up the loose ball. Fresh 30 on the clock. As over to Hamilton. Hamilton has a lane in. Hamilton in. Shot wide.
Great job by Hamilton finding that lane and going right through it.
Comes at Mullen. Hammers one home, and Nagel standing tall. Passes out to McGilvery. McGilvery down the floor for Halifax now. Being watched by Yetman. Has a timeout.
We got a timeout called by the Hurricanes here in terms of just wanting to slow it down. I think get a little bit of a rest. They've been rushing the ball a little bit on the offensive side. I think Coach Curry wants to talk to them about just slowing it down, use the whole 30. They're playing with the clock right now. That's their goal, to drive the clock down as much as possible. And every additional offensive opportunity they give to the Wolves, it's an opportunity to get back in this game. And so I think she's going to talk to them about slowing it down. So, you say it's the last game for the female here, but on Saturday at 4:30, we're actually going to have the first final game of the co-ed series between the Sackville Wolves and the St. John Rapids. So that'll be starting on Saturday at 4:30. I know last game I'd said 7:30, but we had some challenges with that. And so we're going to have game 1 here at 4:30 on Saturday, and then game 2 and 3 will be in St. John the next weekend, and the following weekend, if needed, game 4 and 5 will be back here in Sackville. So Maritime Athletic Profile will be streaming those games, and a great chance to watch them again from there. They've been doing an awesome job, as you mentioned, all season. So the next thing. But also, after game 1, you say there's a day off on Sunday, but we're actually having the first All-Star game, as they announced at the beginning, the All-Stars for the Wolves, where the female division will be having an All-Star game 2 o'clock at the RBC Center, showcasing all the talent within the league. First time that's ever happened in the East Coast Junior Lacrosse League.
Awesome. Here we go. As Cormier passes down low. Allison in the corner, being watched by Calder. Allison passes it back. That gets by Cormier, but she'll scoop that up. Cormier puts a long, low shot in, and that's right on, and Allison turns fires in. The Wolves break down low, and we've got an injured player as Allison.
Sticks flying in the middle there. I think she got one off the head, so it could have even been her own stick that was removing in the middle there. Taking a look at the replay as you see it in front.
Allison getting
just back up, seems to be okay, which is great to see.
She's up quickly and being helped off the floor, but she's walking.
Oh, I thought it was the head, but I think it's her ankle because they're holding her up on both sides, so she might have rolled an ankle as she was in the middle there. Happens a lot in lacrosse. You can accidentally step on someone else's foot, and then it just kind of rolls out in terms of that. But she seems to be okay, which is an important part. Going off to the bench there. She's going to take a little rest. Trainer will take a look at her. Referees immediately blew that down, especially in the middle of the floor in the shooting area. You want to make sure that everyone's safe from that point of view.
Van Bilzen comes down the floor. Van Bilzen looking for a lane. Turned aside by Christie. Haas gets that, and the return pass goes a little wild and all the way back over.
Came out of the stick on the wrong angle there and just went a little high on that one.
As Halifax will start off in the Wolves zone. as Cormier picks up the ball.
13 minutes to go in this one, Larry. Hurricanes trying to slow it down.
Cormier passes off to Baker. Baker. Cross for Jollymore. Jollymore. Trying to roll off a check. Jollymore back up to Cormier. As Hovey trying to get Cormier. Playing keep away. Back to Jollymore. Jollymore looks to get the shot in. That goes wide. And Chambers will snag that one out of the air. Hope tries to ride her into the boards. Chambers and Cormier collide. As Chambers able to get across center.
That fired up the bench there. Took a hit, rolled right in the middle, came through. That's how you get the bench going.
And Nagel able to scoop that one up and send it back up. Coffin cut that one off. Coffin cross for Harker. Harker has a look. Harker shuts, looking for the corner, and Nagel pops up and takes that one off the helmet. Loose ball again, Wolves. Harker fight.
Great pressure by the Wolves here. That's the second time they put some pressure and caused a turnover.
Loose ball, finally, Lorette comes up with it. Lorette plays that up to Christie. Christie on the run. Christie held up to the corner. McRae after it. Again, McRae comes up with the ball. McRae passes that back up to center. Has a loose ball. Hamilton fighting for it. Picked up by McGilvery for Halifax, though. McGilvery gets it down to Cormier. Cormier coming in on net. Shot! And that goes wide.
Right there is an opportunity that I think the Hurricanes need to turn that back and kill the 30. I know Rachel was looking for a goal there, and be great if she put one in, but overall the clock is the biggest element there. They need to slow it down.
Nice little passing back and forth. Dietrich in, scores!
Excellent goal. We just talked about if she turns around, kills 30 seconds, turnover there. Dietrich goes right through the middle, hits the pass, buries her on the stick side, a beautiful shot, comes back, and that's exactly what we're talking about. The clock is your enemy, not the goals. Hurricanes press, take an outside shot, causes a turnover, and the other way, the Wolves put it in the back of the net and make it 8-3 right back in this one. You can see the bench since the hit, like Lexi, where she was coming up, took a hit on the side by 2 against the board, rolled in. It's been a different atmosphere on the Wolves bench. They've been excited. Now they've got another one right there, exactly what they're looking for. So some energy back on the bench, which is what you're looking for.
There we go. Hamilton versus Jollymore at the face-off dot. As Lorette comes up with it. Lorette manages to hold on to it. Baker rolls off a hit. Baker, the Wolves converge on her, trying to can opener that out of there. Baker still holds on to that ball. Over to Jollymore. Jollymore plays it down to Lorette. Lorette able to gather it up again. Pass into Christie. Christie comes up with it. Back up for the Baker. 5 seconds left in the shot clock. That gets popped free. And coming right back down the floor is Hamilton.
Ben Pilser with amazing stick check there. That was beautiful. She was beat, turned around, whacked right on the stick. Absolutely perfect, knocked it loose.
Mullen hands it off as Hope. A little bit of a pick by Harker. Lets Hovey out there. Hovey trying to cut in. Hovey gets held up and can't get the shot away. As Rosson into the corner. Rosson throws it at the net as the time's about to expire. James just chips it in behind the net, and Halifax will have the ball.
We've been talking about the Wolves going to the net, and that was the one time I would have said if Hovey had actually shot that, she had a double screen on Nagel that I don't think she realized she had that might have fooled Nagel on that shot. So sometimes you got to go in, sometimes you got to go out, but I think if she had taken that shot, it would have been a screen shot for sure. But she's had an excellent game tonight.
Davis rolls off that one. Up, Cormier. Comes up Cormier with the shot. That goes wide. Loose ball. As Wolves have to get on that as Chambers.
I was about to say the same thing. She looked like she kind of slowed down to go get it. I don't know if she's waiting for the shot clock to go off, but it worked out in their advantage.
She must have been killing the shot clock.
Yeah, there was only about 7 seconds left, so it did work out to their advantage. But every loose ball they have to have. They cannot give them a second chance opportunity.
Van Bilzen looking for a lane. Van Bilzen tries to drive in, runs into a wall of green. Van Bilzen sets back up top, puts the long shot in. That went off a leg wide. As James working against Jollymore at the boards. Jollymore comes up with it. and fires it down the floor as it's a foot race with Davis. The fives has Haas and Davis. Haas determined for that one. Takes the bump into the boards. Davis up with it. Shot and a save by Martin.
Martin, great save there. That was key. Came out from the side there. On the side there, that was a good battle between the two of them. The Hurricane player just got body position to be able to hold her out.
Quick up to Coffin. Coffin holds up again. Coffin looking for an angle. Puts it in. And tried to get up and over that shoulder, but Nagel makes the save. Fresh 30 is James. Puts it up to Hovey. Hovey looks for a room in. Bounce shot. Another save by Nagel.
Right idea. Bounce shot back to the other side. She had her moving, but Nagel was again up to the task. And I think it was a little high on the bounce, but overall, great shot attempt.
Christie.
See if the Hurricanes slow it down here.
Back up to Baker. Baker has Coffin. Working against her. Baker has it in. Baker in. Shot. And a save by Martin. Another shot in tight by Christie. Loose ball. And that's knocked away from Hope before she could get the shot away. Christie comes up with the ball. Fresh 30 on the clock. Up top to Lorette. Lorette, low shot. Saved by Martin. Martin looking for the long pass, but Cormier picks that one off and right back into the Wolves territory. Cross for McGilvery. McGilvery, and shot goes wide as Coffin laid a hit on McGilvery as she was making the shot. She's coming off the floor with some distress on her own. Pass up to James. James in behind. Gets the ball. James in. Shot. And a save by Nagel.
Nagel standing tall when they need her.
James rolls out. As, Van Bilzen comes in with a bit of a pick. Looking to get Lane in there. And Van Bilzen's in the crease, so it's a crease violation.
Yep. On the hit down there, I think it actually more shocked her. She didn't get her right across the head or the throat. I think it just popped where her helmet was a little bit and jarred her a little bit. Was a little surprised at the hit, but she's up and on the bench and ready to go.
Calder plays it up just in behind Haas. Loose ball in as Hamilton was going for it, but gets knocked out by Halifax out of play. It'll be Wolves ball in the Halifax zone.
6:30 to go. The Wolves got to keep pressing.
Hamilton cycles up top. Coffin looking to create a lane. Hamilton puts it across, but doesn't make a connect with Haas. Loose ball as Russon pushed back over center. And that'll be Halifax's ball.
Great job by Baker there. First of all, on the loose ball, and then pressuring the Wolves defender. She picks up right close to the line and pushing her back over to get the ball back.
Baker passes over to Jollymore. Back across for McGilvery. McGilvery puts one in, finds a... It's good to see Allison back on the floor. She almost got one short side there off the post. As Haas battles her way out. We got a penalty coming here.
Yeah, I think she got her while she was still in the crease, which is automatic 2 minutes.
Van Bilzen as Martin heads to the bench. The extra runner out for the Wolves. 6 seconds left in the shot clock as Van Bilzen looking for a lane. Van Bilzen in. Shot. It's straight up and just over the net. That's a fresh 30. Up for Hovey. Hovey looks back at the bench, see what the instructions are. Hovey, cross. Just doesn't connect with Mullen. As Mullen picks up the loose ball. 18 left on the shot clock. For James. James turns, fires. I think it was off the post and came back out.
I think it was. I think it hit Nagel, the post, and back out. That was an excellent chance there. I heard Coach McNeil scream to go to the middle, and James had an opportunity there.
Battle for that loose ball.
Yeah, checking in the crease. So her foot was still in the crease when she hit her, so you cannot touch anywhere in the crease, which is what she's getting the 2 minutes for. For anybody watching, just one of the differences between minor lacrosse and the East Coast Junior Lacrosse League is that in terms of a delayed penalty, the defensive team has to have full possession of the ball. So minor lacrosse, if you take a shot, that'd be blowing down, we'd take the penalty, whereas here, that's why the Wolves got 3 opportunities, so it gives you more opportunities to score in terms of that.
2-minute power play for the Wolves as Van Bilzen starts them off. 5-on-4 advantage. Cross for Haas. Down low for Mullen, back up to Haas. Back up top for Van Bilzen. In motion, Van Bilzen puts the shot. That goes wide. Rebound off the back, and Comley sent down the floor by Christie.
It's interesting, Larry. They ran that play in game 3 there twice, and Van Pilsen scored on both. And they ran the same play again, and she just missed the top corner while Nagel was moving away. She had it just a little bit outside on that one.
Van Bilzen back in again. Van Bilzen, low shot through a screen. Nagel came up with a save. Loose ball right in front. They battle for that loose ball. And Jollymore came up with it and sent it down the floor. As Van Bilzen comes back for it. Van Bilzen up over center. Under a minute left in the power play as Van Bilzen heads to the bench and Dietrich comes out. Dietrich, 2 goals tonight for the Wolves. Up to Dietrich up top. Wolves in motion. Dietrich cross for Hamilton. Hamilton in with the shot. Nagel makes the save. Bouncing ball, and oh.
Nagel got a piece of it with her pad and her stick, and it was rolling, and the Halifax defender came in and just put her stick there before it rolled across the line because Nagel wasn't sure where it was. It was rolling in that crease there towards the net. So great play by the Halifax defender to notice that.
Dietrich starting off the Wolves. Dietrich fires, gets the score!
That's the hat trick, isn't it? That's 3 tonight for Dietrich.
Natural hat trick for the rookie, L. Dietrich here.
Beautiful shot, top corner, coming around the top on the pick there. Exactly play they've been drawing up and fired it right over her stick side. I don't think Nagel expected it. She has a very quick release, and you can see she was a little slow to relax. I don't think she expected her to shoot from there. Normally, Dietrich doesn't shoot from there, but it was really great for her to be able to surprise Nagel on that and parry one right in the back of the net. They needed a power play goal there, so really helps the Wolves there. They're down by 4 now. Coach McNeil just pointed to the goalie saying, watch me for the call to come to the bench. You'll start seeing it in the last 3 minutes. They'll pull her early to try to get those 6 out there.
Well, congratulations to Dietrich. I believe that's your first hat trick as a junior player. As McGilvery up with it now for Halifax. Across for Lorette. Down to Baker. Baker has a look. Chambers challenging Baker. Baker slowing down the clock. Looking like I'm in. Chambers able to get the ball away. Loose ball. Hovey jumps on it. Hovey in a race. McGilvery chasing. Hovey coming in. Hovey at the front. Shot. And a save there by Nagel.
Great save by Nagel. She went upwards. Hovey tried to get it below her glove, but she held strong there to make sure she spread it out, so she made that save.
Empty net for Sackville as Mullen picks up the ball. 6th player out there now. Mullen over to Dietrich. Dietrich up top to Van Bilzen. Van Bilzen in with a shot and just wide. And that goes up and out of play.
Fortunately, just scraped the net on the top and caused that opportunity for them.
Halifax sends that down. There's Hamilton. Back down the floor for the Wolves.
They're calling Kayla back.
Just
trying to get the 6 out there again.
2 minutes left in the 3rd period. 8-4. As the Wolves aren't going to give up on this. Van Bilzen over to Hamilton. Hamilton has a look. Hamilton in with the shot. And Nagel makes the save and holds it down in the net.
Coach McNeil is telling them to stay. Don't worry about the goalie. You got to press getting the ball. And James causes a turnover. Coffin in front of the net. Great job.
James up with it. Taken down to 1:40. Cross. Coffin fired that one, and I don't think Nagel made the save, but I don't think she ever saw it.
She made the save, but that was just a positioning save. She was in the right spot because she did not see that. Coffin with a great one-timer.
Hovey with the shot, and Davis gets the rebound and sends that all the way down the floor. And that'll be an empty net goal.
Scoring in the end. In that situation, the Wolves are pressuring so hard. Probably the right decision by the Hurricanes just to throw it down. If you miss the net, they get another opportunity, but they're extremely tired and have that opportunity. Great aim by that. I got to tell you, nobody practices that, but anybody who can hit it from the other end makes a big difference in terms of that. So a big goal by the Hurricanes there. They're 123-9-4 right now is the score. Just counting those 30 seconds away from possibly walking away with their 2nd championship. And to note, even though I mentioned this could be their 2nd championship, Coach Curry has never won a championship. It was Haley Glazebrook in the 1st championship. I believe Coach Curry was actually playing on that team, so her first opportunity coming up.
Good stuff as Hart comes in. Hart puts it on net. Nagel.
You had said earlier that Hart is always physical. She's the only player in the league who has a wooden stick. And let me tell you, that hurts just a little bit more when you get hit with that. So you can tell she's definitely a physical player out there, and I love that, to see that out there.
I think she'd probably tell you that's why I play with one.
Hey, I played against a wooden stick because it's very old school, and it just shows the toughness in terms of that, which is great to see.
Allison with the ball. It gets knocked out as back up, chopped away as Van Bilzen knocks Allison to the floor. And Mullen looking to come back down the floor. 35 seconds remaining.
Allison's looking for a call on that. Might have got missed on that one. It did get her a little high, but 20 seconds left. I think focused on winning a championship here. That'll heal pretty quick after that.
And Bilzen down low to Hart. James cycles up top. James in with the shot. That just goes wide. Down to the final 10 as Chambers can't get the shot away. And Baker going to bring it out just over center.
Hey, congratulations to both teams. This has been a sensational series. Could have gone either way. Congratulations to the Halifax Hurricanes on winning their second title. I got to say, for the Wolves' perspective, they are a very young team. They will be back here again. So I know disappointment tonight, but the very young team who got a lot of experience from this series. It's the first time it's been the best of 5, and they made sure it went a long distance in this. So congratulations to both teams. I'm going to have to leave you now, Larry. I have to go down there.
Yep.
Thank you for everything.
You've
You
got
can
work to do.
keep chatting. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight.
Well, thank you, Brendan. This has been a great series, and love having the color commentary and the inside knowledge. I'm with it. But absolutely, congratulations to the Halifax Hurricanes on the 2024 Junior A Female Champions of the ECJLL. As what a strong series they played, and I know it's a tough pill to swallow for the Wolves, but they fought every inch in this series. And when you see the amount of players the Wolves have, is like Brendan said, there's a bright future there. Just looking at the rookies on the list. Violet Coffin, Abby Hamilton, Haley Hanrahan, Finley McPherson, Kelly Calder, Maddie Dyer, Lily McRae, Gemma Rayfuse, Elle Dietrich. As that's Brendan on the floor there now in the blue shirt, handing out the championship hats. Coveted material, as Brendan said in an earlier game, it's during the playoffs. It's only shaking hands in the final, as both teams. These players have played against each other quite often over the years, and we wish the best of luck to our graduating players, as Lexi Chambers and Benta Hart. This will be their last game. The story to see them go. It's been such a great season watching as we're waiting here for the presentation of the championship trophy going to the Halifax Hurricanes. captains for the Halifax Hurricanes. Captain Cormier with alternate captains Christie, Jollymore, and Davis. Accepting the ECJLL Junior A Female Trophy. Won here tonight in Game 4 of the 5-game series. Halifax had a big comeback on Monday to get them to this place, and well deserved, as I believe there's 5 players aging out on Halifax, if my information was right. Congratulations, Halifax. Congratulations, Wolves. And thank you to everybody. Thank you for watching this on Maritime Athletic Profiles. And brought to you, the Wolves have brought every home game to you. Thanks to our sponsors, Next Level U Recruiting and McLeod Lorway Insurance. As I hope our sponsors are happy, because I'd love to be back here next year. Was it next May for another season? Is it 2005? As I know there's another crew of young players looking to join the ranks, and all those rookies that I mentioned before will be the veterans next year. But as always, I hope you had as much fun watching this as I had bringing it to you, as along with the folks here. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support of junior sport, especially female lacrosse, as we look to grow the game. Thank you, everyone. Have an absolutely fantastic summer, and can't wait to see you again here at the rink. Bye, everybody.
Great work.
Yeah.
See you again. See you next year. Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Right.
come over here. I can try to get them up here if possible. I'll get her. I think I have wireless mics.
No, I'll get Greer to come up.
Do an interview right here?
Yeah.
With who?
I don't know. One of the players.
Is the stream still going?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know who's still watching. Half the people already left.
Yeah, probably jump over here.
You on that side? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Just let me know when you want me to pop over.
Here where you're at now. Hear each other through the headsets? You're getting your off. Yeah. Do you want to be in the shot? See where you're going? Okay. Sure. So you guys.
The pressure's on.
Yeah, I probably have a better angle, Alex, but. Yeah, if you want to come, make it so there's kind of a line of sight on the camera. Look at him. You don't need to look right at the camera, but we just want to make it seem as if you guys are just having a conversation.
All right, I'm good whenever.
Coach Curry, congratulations. Big win tonight to be able to take home the championship. How's it feel right now?
Feels really good. I'll be honest, I did not expect to win with 10 runners on the bench there, but they pulled it off, so I'm super, super proud of them.
Awesome. They were amazing tonight. So through the last couple of games, you've had a couple players that were unable to attend. And what's been the emphasis to have a different player step up almost every night that you've had, which has been phenomenal to see the team chemistry?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these girls have been playing together for their whole lives, so they know exactly what each other is going to do and when they're going to do it. So it's really a seamless fill-in, and we're missing one, I always say we've got about 15 solid players, but we have 10 at a time and missing a different few every single night. So super, super proud of them to pull this one off.
And as long as you bring the energy every night, that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to get your comments on Nagel. She has been unbelievable for the 3 years she's been in this league. And tonight, again, there was quite a few chances that she made some huge saves on in moments that could have switched the momentum. So just wanted to get your comments on how she's been for the backbone of this team.
Oh yeah, Greer has just been especially locked in this whole season and we lost her back at goalie. So it's taken a whole lot of heart and a whole lot of hustle. And we're also super thankful to have our goalie coach Megan Kelly keeping her in there. As well as her sister Blight comes to every game, is that support there that they need. So yeah, amazing goalie.
And tonight, Rachel Cormier was back in the lineup, who was missing in the last game. What was her impact as the captain back in the lineup for this game 4?
Obviously, Rachel's an awesome player. She shoots, scores 3 goals a game, whatever it is, but overall it's the energy she brings and the attitude. So she comes into every game positive, having fun, just wanting to be there and play with her friends. And it really impacts the rest of the team and trickles down. The first thing we say to everyone is, let's go out and have some fun. This is lacrosse, have some fun.
I'll say it, every time watching this team, no matter what the score is, no matter what's going on, they're having a good time, which is a big key to their success. I find them always calm on the same level. There's no highs and lows no matter what the score is. You're just continually playing and having a good time together. Really credit your leadership on part of that and making that happen. That's amazing. So I want to say again, congratulations on an amazing run this season, an amazing championship run. Congratulations on your championship.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And I'm here with Greer Nagel, the Halifax Hurricanes goalie, championship goalie after tonight. How are you feeling now?
I am feeling ecstatic. It was a hard game, and I feel like my team can kind of back me up on this. We've worked hard for this all season. We've only taken a couple losses. It feels good.
Yes, you guys have had an unbelievable season. The defense was playing strong in front of you and great transition up the floor. One of the things we noticed was tonight was Rachel Cormier was back in the lineup as she was out last game, and that leadership. Can you talk about what she brings to this team when she's here in the lineup?
Yeah, Rachel is such a big part of our team, obviously, as a captain. She's, you know what, I've honestly never seen her not smiling. Like, she's such a positive part of our team. And like last game, we really missed her. She's a nurse, actually. Not to talk her up or anything. She's a nurse, so we really missed her last game. The positive energy she brings, a wicked shot as well. So that's
Oh, feel free to talk all the players up. They've been unbelievable. To note to the fans out here, these players don't just play lacrosse. They school, work, they do a bunch of things, and then come here and put everything on the line to be able to do that. So that's amazing to hear those kind of stories. We love that personal side of things and have that opportunity. What does it mean to you to be a leader in this league and have younger players look up to you, female players who have never had this opportunity to see a junior A and see someone like yourself who has just been a leader in the net for this league and wanting to have girls emulate what you are moving forward?
I mean, this league as a whole, like, since it started, has been such a big thing for girls lacrosse. Like, there's so many people who are having the opportunity to play at a level they wouldn't have been able to. Like, I've played up for junior before the junior A female league started, and it just wasn't the same level. Everyone was kind of like not as excited and like excited to play and excited to be there. So it's a really important thing for all these like young female athletes to be able to stick with the sport and be able to play at a level that like excites them.
Awesome. That's great to hear. It's been a really amazing journey over the last 3 years of watching this league grow and watching the younger players be part of it and looking up to all the players that are part of this. Yeah. Now, before the start of the game, the Wolves announced their All-Stars, and excited to tell everybody that you will be in the All-Star game this Sunday as the goalie on one of the ends for the Halifax Hurricanes. How exciting is that? It's the first time the league has ever held an All-Star game, not just on the female side, but on the co-ed side, and you're going to be one of the starting goalies in that game.
Yeah, it's super exciting. As soon as I heard about it, I was like so excited to be able to have the opportunity to play in it and play with some girls from other teams who I've never played before and get to know other people, get to play with friends that I have on other teams. So it's a super exciting opportunity.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. We're excited to see you on Sunday in the All-Star game. You've been amazing for this league. So proud of everything you've done, and go celebrate with your team and have a great night.
Thank you. Thanks. You.
And I'm here with Halifax Hurricanes captain, Rachel Cormier. Congratulations on the win tonight. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling great. This is a great way to go out. Senior year, couldn't have been a better.
You couldn't have scripted it any better as well. I know you weren't in the lineup last night. How did it feel being back in the lineup tonight and having that game where it's an elimination game and being able to capture the title?
Yeah, it felt great. I knew the girls had it on Monday night. I was cheering them on. I was working, so I had the live stream going on one end, and yeah, I knew they could do it. So I'm super happy to be able to celebrate with the girls.
I was gonna. My next question to you was: were you watching the live stream at work instead of doing what you were supposed to do? But we're really happy that you were watching it during that
Don't
time.
tell my boss that though.
We'll make sure that gets edited out so that they can't see that part of it. Just talk about this season overall. You guys were dominant through the whole season, only having one loss leading into the playoff, and then only one loss in that. But during the playoff run, you had a couple tough games. You know, the second game down against the Rapids was 5-4 in a really close one, and then lost game 2 here, which evened up the series. Just talk about how you guys were resilient and able to come back in some of those key situations.
Yeah, for sure. We have a small roster to begin with, so it's tough when we, factor in injuries. Girl broke her wrist. Our call-ups were injured, so it's tough. But, we had 10 players tonight, and we always bounce back. And just the girls that come out, and they're ready to play, and we just have a great morale in the dressing room and just lift everybody up. Even, we're exhausted, but we just keep the vibes high.
Awesome. And I wanted to ask you about another senior Baker who had an unbelievable series, some huge moments out there, a great addition to your team this year, and a very impact player, especially in this series, was just one of the dominant players out. So could you speak a little bit about her and her impact to the team?
For sure, yeah. I was ecstatic when we heard we were picking her up, and she came up to some practices, and I could see the talent there right away. So she's a strong defensive player, gets some offensive goals too, and yeah, she was a great addition to the team.
Awesome. And I also got to ask about Greer. Just been the backbone of this team for the last 3 years in the net. I was just speaking with her and had mentioned about, how do you feel about female players looking up to you as a goalie, as a leader in this league? What does she do for yourselves and players coming up?
Oh, Greer has been my goalie for as long as I've been playing lacrosse. She is the Hurricanes, foundation goalie. We couldn't do it without Greer, and yeah, did not miss a game the entire season. We don't have a backup goalie, so thank goodness. But yeah, really the backbone of our team. We couldn't do it without them.
And one more question for you. How do you feel as a role model for younger female players who are in this game, wanting to be part of this league and seeing yourself excel and wanting to play like you and emulate like you and the work that you put into it? What would you say to them?
This is what it's all about, winning with your team, celebrating, just enjoying lacrosse. It's a growing sport for the female group, and it's awesome, especially in between periods. I know they try to get the little ones out, and it's just great. Hopefully we can grow the game and just keep pushing. I hope to be involved next year, too, in the league and just keep out there.
Awesome, Rachel. Well, you've been a trailblazer in this league to make it what it is, and very proud to be able to interview you tonight, and congratulations on your win. It's been an awesome 3 years, and I know you will continue being involved from a fan on the bench, wherever it is, supporting this league. So thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you so much.
Hey, congratulations. There we go.
Morning, Sam.
Hey, Mom.
Are you done?
Yeah, I just finished practice.
Your showcase has been cancelled.
They canceled it? But how will they see me play?
We saw your video and loved it. Welcome to the team.
Athletes train to persevere. Success can still be achieved even when the odds are against you. I use media to reach success. Fight for your dreams. You've got this. Hey, Mom.
Are you done?
Yeah, I just finished practice.
Your showcase has been cancelled.
They canceled it? But how will they see me play?